We've started with the gratitude, and we're swiftly moving to acknowledging what is good. And we're transcending it one rung higher into this wow. This really being with a sense of wow. I know we're cynical, this is New York City. I know we're sarcastic, it's the 21st century. I know we are imbued with so much what if. Hallelujah asks us to just drop it for a moment. So we're not going to delve much on this wow, but just enough for us to feel it in our body. Where in your body are you feeling wow right now? And in the next few minutes, locate it. Where in our body? Or not just words. Singing, talking, helps the air get into the body. So feel it. Some of us like to dance, some of us like to sit still. See what works for you. That's all. Like in an echo chamber, we are witnessing each other and telling each other whether we know each other or not, Here we are choosing to save. Hallelujah. Praise, good, love, step up. I see you, brother. I see you, sister. Let's do this together. So I invite you to take it up a notch. Vocal cords wise. And let's sing this together. No instruments, just us. Primal, ancient, real. It's not about God. This is about humans being present. If you got the nerve to look at someone else's eye while doing it, it's going to be easier for you. Hallelujah. So I'm hoping that if you're here today, you're here with an intention. I know it's Rosh Hashanah, it's what we do, but what do you want out of today? When we walk out of these doors at around 12:15-ish, yes, apple and honey and breadcrumbs will be tossed into the river, but in the next couple of hours of your life, you are here, whether you chose to or somebody dragged you. Some of you came from just across the street, and some of us from across the country. There are those of you watching online, to my sister, Chag Sameach. Why are we here? I invite us ourselves to tap into an intention. This is the first day of a new year, just another year. It could be a big year. for each of us, it will bring things we cannot imagine right now in our own personal lives. So what is your intention this year? What is your intention today? This is your own private conversation. And we're grounding it in the words that we inherited. Lev tahor bara bi Elohim. There is a heart within me. It is pure. It's my mind, it's my emotions, it's my sense of self. When a baby is born, a baby has no criminal record. That comes later. Sometimes. V'ruach nachon chadesh bekirbi. On this day, I'm praying, I'm asking for whatever, whoever, myself, beyond. May there be this spirit of willingness to do the work needed to live the life I want to lead and to be helpful in making this place better. So what is my intention today? So I can walk out of here today doing just a bit more towards living the life I want to live without excuses, blaming others. It's so easy to blame others for my own shortcomings. And what can I do to be helpful to this world that needs us each, privileged beings, to be helpful? Al tashlicheni milfanecha. Do not toss me away like yesterday's trash. And I'm saying this to people and to whatever divine entity there is. This energy of sacred that sometimes comes, I want it to be present. So my life has meaning, purpose, love. So what is your intention today? As we sing this short prayer now, I invite you to really be crystal clear in a sentence or paragraph. I'm here today with this intention, with this kavanah, orientation, direction, focus. And before we tap into this word, I do want to say that, there we go, Lab Shul Junior is starting, just started actually, right? You guys already had a beautiful morning worship time for the kiddos?
Yeah.
All right. And Carrie did yoga, maybe still is. Awesome. Lab Shul Junior is happening in multiple places this morning. There's a lot of great stuff. Please notice, parents, that by 11:45, we're going to ask you to pick them up and bring them back here for Shofar and for the end of our morning together. Pretty sharp. We'll announce it a couple more times. They're in good hands.
They're in great hands.
Great hands.
True.
Many great hands and hearts. And if any of the kids want to stay around here, you can do that. There's doodle stuff in the back of your programs. And this works for all ages. So back to the heart, my friends.
Lev tahor bara bi Elohim veruach nachol chadesh bekirbi. Lev tahor bara bi Elohim veruach nachol chadesh bekirbi. Al tashlicheni milefanecha veruach kodshecha al tikach mimeni. Lev tahor bara bi Elohim veruach nachol chadesh bekirbi. Lev tahor bara bi Elohim veruach nachol chadesh bekirbi. Al tashlicheni milefanecha veruach kodshecha חדש בקרבי, אל תשליכני מלפניך, ורוח קודשך אל תיקח ממני. קודשך אל תיקח ממני.
So this is the second official welcome for all those of you joining us from the different programs that we had this morning as our experiment of pop-ups. And whether you just rolled out of bed, welcome. If you're still in bed and watching us, welcome. Kind of jealous. And it's really beautiful to see this room full of present faces here to do the work. The Hebrew work is avodah. The Hebrew word is avodah, for that which is sometimes called prayer, and perhaps better translated as contemplation and conversation. Here to just check in. So in this wow section of our liturgy, there's this long poem. We've only taken a few lines from it. Nishmat kol chai, tevarech et shimcha Adonai Eloheinu, breath of all life, all that is breathing is conscious. Are we aware of our breath? That's a cue. Feel your breath. Take one if you need to. The more we sit here, the more oxygen and carbon dioxide we're going to exchange with each other. Let's do it consciously. If you feel like stretching, that's always good.
נשמת כל חי.
נשמת כל חי. נשמת כל חי. נשמת כל חי. נשמת ינום ולא יישן.
כל חי נשמת כל חי.
המעורר ישנים והמקיץ נרדמים ורופא חולים פוקח עיוורים וזוקף כפופים המסיח אילמים המתיר אסורים והסומך נופלים והמפענח נעלמים. נשמת כל
Look at the list of attributes in this prayer. These are the attributes that our ancestors ascribed to the divine creator. And when we sing Nishmat Kol Chai, every living breath is breathing. Whether we believe or not, this is our recipe for how to live our lives. We who are in the image of the divine. Do we get to wake up those who sleep with our words of courage and compassion? Well, most of us are walking asleep. Who gets to wake us up? How do we get to wake us up? Do we get to heal and cure those who are ill in our lives, in our families, physical, mental illness? How are we there for each other as healers? It's not going to come from beyond. Maybe also, do we open up the eyes of the blind to what is? Do we get to stand up straight and lift up others? Do we get to open lips to tell the truth? To power, to ourselves, to others? Are we working to make sure that chained feet will run free? Are we doing enough of that? And our translation is all about future, but it's about now. It is us who get to reveal that which is hidden by simply being awake to this opportunity now. To breathe, to bless, to honor, to sing. ברכי נפשי את אדוני וכל קרבי. קרבי is a funny Hebrew word. It really means kishkis. It's your intestines. It's all that stuff inside that we don't like to show. So we are here very publicly today to privately deal with our kishkis, with our kravayim. Kravayim, karov is the word for intimacy, for that which is near. This is your own inner work, each one of us. What is the inner work we got to do so that we are closer to the goal of who we want to be? ברכי נפשי את אדוני וכל קרבי את שם קודשו. Are you sitting comfortably? This is the part in our work together where we get to imagine ourselves as royalty. And every single one of those cushy chairs and these ones is a throne. Your Majesties, are you seated like Majesty? A little pose adjustment might be required. By which I mean, I want to invite us to feel our feet planted in the ground. Feel your spine rise. You've seen the movies.
That's good.
You know what kings and queens look like when they sit on a throne. They don't slouch. Keep on breathing. This prayer invites us to imagine that we are in the presence of mystery. The mystery that animates right here, right now. Our ancestors imagined this mystery as a sovereign. For many of us, sovereign doesn't work, so we use ruach instead, spirit, energy, to tap into this mystery. But for this prayer, we stick to the old liturgical imagination of mystery and majesty within our body, in the world. And so I invite us, my friend, to please sit, own what it's like to be in divine image. Close your eyes if you'd like. Invite yourself for this opportunity, for this interview, a fleeting moment in the presence of unknown. Yet known. רם ונישא שוכן עד מרום וקדוש שמו וכתוב רננו צדיקים באדוני לישרים נאווה תהילה.
רננו צדיקים באדוני רנן לישרים נאווה תהילה
So feel this energy in this room right now. Really one of the best translations for this thing called mystery is energy. And sometimes you can feel it. And we're at this moment right now on this morning, the first morning of this new year, when we get to look around and feel who's standing with us as we rise to take this life with joy and seriously. So I invite you at this moment as we rise to the Baruch Hu, which is the collective acknowledgement that we're in this together for each other, whether we know each other yet or not yet. And I invite you to look around and catch the eye of someone you know or not yet know, and just greet with your eyes. Just catch someone's eyes. Shana Tova, welcome. This Baruch Hu moment is not just a moment of collective presence. It's a moment of embodied prayer. When we say the word Baruch Hu, it comes from the Hebrew word berech, which means knee. Also the Hebrew word bracha, which means blessing. In Hebrew, to bless is to kneel. It's about gravity. It's where we come from. It's where we're going. It's very simple. So feel your knees when we do Baruch Hu. Don't buckle. Just feel what it's like if you can. If you got knee issues, don't. But feel your body. Stand here. Body, mind, soul. Hand holding is allowed. Hugging is always encouraged. Let's be present together. With as much majesty as majesties can muster, retain your thrones, your majesties. Let's sit gently. Janie is joining us to sign. We're so honored and thankful that you're here.
And Perchik is sending out a music stand for you.
Our wish list for a space where we can worship has always been one with windows. We're still working on it. So imagine the sun streaming in on this morning. A little cloudy, but she's there. On this morning where we acknowledge the miracle of sun rising. Not just the light, the physical light, but what light represents. Whatever darkness we have had this year, we are emerging into more hope, more light, more likeness of being. One blessing before the Shema. And we were taught by our friend Cantor Ellen Dreskin, one of our teachers, that there's this thing called the Shema sandwich, the love sandwich. How do you do sandwich? Got it. The love sandwich is that our ancients put the prayer of love just before the Shema, which is the call for alignment, the reminder that we're all one. And our ancients put the words of the blessing for love right after the Shema. So the Shema, the call for alignment, for unity, for one, despite all differences, is sandwiched by the reminder to love. Beyond cliche, beyond just limited love, big love. אהבה רבה אהבתנו אדוני אלוהינו, חמלה גדולה ויתרה חמלת עלינו. Deep inside we believe that there is an essence of this life that is driven not by fear, but simply by love. And we got to remind ourselves of that because it's so easy to forget.
Let the love be you. Let the love be you. Let the love be you. Let the love be. Let the love be you. Let the love be you. Let the love be you. Let the love be.
In the presence of this infinite, we are grateful for being chosen to live this life. And if you are sensitive to the Hebrew liturgy, and some of you I know have books with you, you might notice that the original ending of this blessing is Habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Thank you, source of love, for choosing the people Israel with love. We have taken the liberty with our God-optional, everybody-friendly motivations to change that to Habocher banu be'ahava. all and every one is chosen with love. We've got enough either ors happening. And so with that, we tap into the one.
Shema,
Shema Yisrael,
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרת מאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
Thank you, Janie.
Thank you, Janie.
שומע תפילות שמע תפילתנו, שומע בחיות, קבל דמעתנו, שומע זעקות, שומע זעקות, שמע צעקתנו, שמע צעקתנו, שומע סליחות, שומע סליחות, קבל סליחתנו, קבל סליחתנו, שומע בקשות, שומע בקשות, שמע קול געגוענו, שמע קול געגוענו, שומע תפילות, שומע תפילות, שמע תפילתנו, שמע תפילתנו, שומע בחיות, שומע בחיות, קבל דמעתנו, קבל דמעתנו, שומע זעקות, שומע זעקות, שמע צעקתנו, שמע צעקתנו, שומע סליחות, שומע סליחות, קבל סליחתנו, קבל סליחתנו, שומע בקשות, שומע בקשות, שמע קול געגוענו, שמע קול געגוענו, שנשמע קולך, 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 שנשמע קולך. סלחתי כדברך,
חכמים ונבונים, ומלמד דעת מבינים. הבטחה פי בתפילה ובתחנונים, לחלות ולחנן פני רוח מלכי המלכים ואדוני האדונים.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו
באהבה.
זוכרנו
לחיים, רוח חפץ בחיים. זוכרנו לחיים, רוח חפץ בחיים. וחוטפנו בספר החיים, למענך אלוהים חיים, אלוהים חיים. יאללה לילה 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 יאללה לילה
עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, בחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע, מוריד אתה מחלקי לחיים בחסד, בחיי מתים ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בלי שני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומי דומה לך, רוח ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. מי כמוך אב רחמים, זוכה יצורה וחיים ורחמים, ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים. ברוך אתה אדוני בחיי המתים.
אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואימותינו, תבוא לפניך תפילתנו, ואל תתעלם מתחינתנו, שאין אנו עזי פנים וקשי עורף, לומר לפניך אדוני אלוהינו, אלוהי אבותינו, אלוהי אמותינו, צדיקים אנחנו ולא חטאנו, אבל אנחנו, אבותינו, אמותינו, כולנו חטאנו. Some traditions, one takes one's fist and hits one's heart with each one of these collective memories of guilt. We prefer we put our hand on our heart, massage if needed, take responsibility, but not add hurt. And if this list is not what's on your mind and your heart this morning, come up with your own. These are just suggested. Ashanu, our guilt. Our betrayal. The ways we've robbed each other of dignity. The words we should not have said. Our immorality. Intentional wrongdoing. What we stole. Our excess. Blaming others for our own. White lies, all lies. Cynicism and mockery. Defying justice. Hate. Went off the path. Careless accidents that could have been avoided. Broke actual laws. Were mean and oppressive. oppressing others. Ignoring the needs of others, walking by those who need our love. Chose the low road. We are guilty of the destruction of our planet every day. Reviling the other as other. Celebrating ignorance. Our guilt inspired others to do the same. List of actions and thought patterns, and we stand here today eager, willing to open a new page in the book of life for this new year. Bracha v'shalom u'parnasa tova.
Isaac. Hi. I'm sorry, I did that wrong. I'm high. I'm not high. I'm Isaac. Sorry, Hi, I'm Isaac, which means laughter. Which is funny considering all the, my life. See what I did there is my name and then the laughter is funny. It's not funny. Okay. Sorry. I'll start over. 1 second. Hi, my name is Isaac, which means laughter, which is funny considering the haha, my life. Sorry, that's not funny. You've already heard that part. That's not funny. Okay, final time. Here we go. Hi. My name is Isaac, which means laughter, which is ironic, considering the story that I'm about to tell you. Or not tell you, because I don't have to tell you. You probably already know. You know what happened and what didn't happen. You know what was said and also what wasn't said. Maybe you could do the, the
intro thing?
Yeah, the intro thing. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
I got it.
Okay, thanks. We'll just.
Ladies and gentlemen, and the rest of us, welcome to Storytelling, where Torah meets your story and obviously history meets fantasy, where the page meets the stage. Now, we're bringing you ancient stories with just a bit of a twist, reclaiming one of the world's most ancient art forms of sacred storytelling, the telling of the Torah. Now, commonly known as the Torah service, it has not always been the most engaging of communal rituals, but that has actually not always been the case. See, back when the Torah premiered, probably 2,500 years ago, give or take a year, it was an engaging, intricate performance accompanied by live interpretive translation from Hebrew into the language of the day. Yes, back then we were literacy challenged even then. So, this intricate art form was conducted by the local storyteller or translator, which we lovingly call the maven, which disappeared out of synagogue life 1,000 years ago or so. But as many of you know, and many of you out there, we have revived this art form, and we will be sharing it with you right here, right now, today. The scripture becomes our script, and this beautiful theater, becomes our theater. And this stage, in Hebrew, bima, Hebrew for stage, becomes our elevation. We'll be bringing out a table which will represent Mount Sinai, our mountain of mountains, the place where this story began, which, of course, didn't you know it, makes all of you the children of Israel standing yet again at the foot of Mount Sinai, waiting for revelation. This is our opportunity to tap in. So, scripture is going to be rolled out soon, but our process is we are going to share this story in 3 acts. And there are 3 acts that are known as aliyot, which are opportunities for all of you to climb up to this, using either stairwell to this stage, and step inside the story for the honor of an aliyah. And you can come up once, you can come up twice, you can come up all 3 times if you so choose. So today's story is about conversations, what is spoken, what is unspoken, and our challenges with them, as we've already seen young Isaac struggling with already. So that is what this story is going to invite us to explore today. So in a second, the sacred scroll will roll. So please, this is our opportunity. We're not Hamelach right now, sitting as kings. We actually can, engage in a different kind of a way and find your seat and turn off all of those, screens if they haven't been already, and tune into this Holy Rosh Hashanah Day's installment of Storytelling. Marcelo, can I get a drum roll, please? Thank you. Live, join in. Live from Sinai and live from the Tribeca Performing Arts Center on Chambers Street, we bring you Unspoken, Unbound, Parshat Vayera. It's now time to greet the star of our show. We're calling up somebody special to open the ark this morning.
Who are we calling up?
Well, there are certain mavens in the audience.
Our young mavens?
They are younger than me, yes.
Great. So I think there's a bunch of you here. In this past year or so, anybody here come of age as a raising the bar, B mitzvah maven?
I saw two at
I
least.
see Ezra raising his hand, and I see Jared raising his. Any more? Well, oh, awesome. Come on here. So, all mavens, young RTB, raising the bar, B mitzvah, boys and girls and others of all the last couple
Yeah,
years,
I see a
right?
Stetner, I see...
You know where you are. Come up and help us open the ark and open the heart. Steps are right there, guys. Wow, you've all grown. My gosh.
So as they come up, we'll begin to
Perfect,
open our...
Ian, this way.
Hi, Ian.
Hey, guys.
It's like a
My
reunion.
job is to figure out how to open this thing.
Hi,
I
Leo.
couldn't figure out the second door yesterday.
Welcome to the stage. Again, you're fresh off the boat, right? Hi, Ian. Nice to see you.
Just boys?
And there's
We only have
Jared.
men.
A lot of guys.
Wow.
This current cohort has more girls in it. So we'll open the ark, and we'll ask you to please rise as the ark is open, as we sing together, opening our hearts to wisdom. Tiftach libi be'oraita, tiftach libi be'oraita, tiftach, 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 tiftach libi, tiftach libi be'oraita, tiftach libi be'oraita, tiftach, 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 tiftach libi. Uh-huh.
ויהי בנסוע אהרון ויאמר משה קום אדוני ויפוצו אויביך וינוסו משנאיך מפניך כי מציון תצא תורה ודבר אדוני בירושלים ברוך שנתן תורה לעמו ישראל בקדושתו.
Yeah. you serious? Okay. You may take a seat. Put the tikkun inside. Put the tikkun inside.
With me. It's just that this is my first time doing anything like this, and I'm a little, you know, I don't know about you guys, but the whole thing is a little, it's just that I'm trying to find and I don't have a... So I've replayed this story in my head hundreds and hundreds of times, over and over and over again, and it's just that I wish that, I don't know, I wish that I want it to end differently, right? I mean, of course, I want it to end differently, but it's not just that, it's that I want to say something, anything. I want to just say something, but I can't, you know? I mean, some conversations are just, and my mom and dad didn't exactly teach me the skills for having tough conversations. You see, my mom's name was Sarah, which means
Princess.
but before I was born, she was called Sarai, which means quarrelsome.
Oh, you say quarrelsome? I say honest.
I say honest. She would always say that. It's a thin line, I guess. And, well, my dad was named Abraham, which means...
Father of a multitude.
Father of a multitude, right. Like I haven't heard that enough. Actually, I used to call him Abraham. See, because Abba means father and Ham... Okay, never mind. Maybe we'll do the first Aliyah now, and how about I show you what I mean?
Much more.
Yeah?
Sure, yeah. It sounds like Isaac is really trying to find a new voice, or maybe a voice for the very first time.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah, so let's do that. Like Isaac, many of you may be finding new things as we start this Rosh Hashanah. There might be some folks here who've had some new experiences this year. There might be some new family members that have joined your families. Any babies in the house? I know we had a couple that were coming. And maybe you started like a new job or a new lease on life. So for any of you that have really just embraced something new as we walk into this Rosh Hashanah year, this first Aliyah is for you. Come on up and join us for the first Aliyah. All the way back here, and there should be a tallis somewhere for you to put on. Would you, could you bring that over? Thank you. Come on in.
It's okay.
Scooch in there, Sam. It's going to be a tight squeeze, but we love each other because we're re-loving.
Here, let's start unfurling this together.
Come on in
it's gonna go all the way across.
and squeeze in there. We all love each other, so we're going to get real tight here. We may hang out on the stairs. Wow, this is a big crowd. I love it. I just want to say for the record, I think that's the fastest Torah rolling that has ever happened from Deuteronomy all the way back to Genesis. In how many seconds, Yehuda? And who in Netanel? Thank you. Wow, come on. Can we even get even closer? Let's try to get everybody in here. You stand right in front. It's okay. Just please, I'll just watch the cord right here, David. I think you're standing on the cord. Perfect. David, you're standing on the cord. Perfect. Okay. Come on up in front. That's fine. Come on up here. I want to get everybody in. Everybody under the tallest. Hi. Okay. Wow, there are a lot of new things happening this year, right? A lot of new things. So in honor of, do we have the blessing cards here? Have they been put out? So you all have a beautiful monitor that you can see right here in front of you for the blessing that we're about to say. And in honor of all these new things that we're celebrating, we'll begin. 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed. Asher im kol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Amen.
Devarim ha'eleh ve'ha'Elohim nisa et Avraham vayomer elav Avraham vayomer hineni. Sarah! Sarah! Sorry, that tent is locked. Hold on.
Excuse me.
Sarah, have you seen my shoes?
Excuse me.
Sarah!
Excuse me.
Sarah!
Abraham, what is it?
Have you seen my shoes?
You left them in the tent.
No, I checked the tent already.
What's wrong?
I got one of those messages.
What's wrong? Well,
sorry.
Again? What did it say?
No, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Abraham, stand still.
No, it's nothing. I'm gonna be tested again.
I don't want you to fall off the stage. Come sit in front of me.
What kind of test?
Sarah, I don't have time for your questions
Abraham,
right now, okay?
What kind of test?
It's nothing. It's nothing. I've got to take my son.
Which son?
My only son.
No, you have 2 wives, 2 sons. We've been over this. Which son?
The one that I love.
Well, you don't love both of your sons? Which son?
Isaac. It said Isaac. Okay, it said Isaac. Okay.
It said you're going to take Isaac and do what?
You're not gonna believe it. It's really.
Do what?
It's.
Abe, do what?
You're not gonna believe it. I mean,
Could you just tell me what
I
you're
gotta
gonna
go
do?
to Moria. All right.
Okay, you gotta go to Moria with
I know.
Isaac
I
and
can't
do
believe
what?
it either. It's
What
Moria.
do you have to do with
3-day schlep to Moria.
What do you have to do?
I just gotta, sacrifice our son on the mountain. But I won't even know which mountain it is until I get there.
What do you mean sacrifice? Wait, back up. Wait, excuse me.
There.
Vayashkem Avraham baboker vayachavosh et chamoro vayikach et shnei ne'arav ito ve'et Yitzchak beno vayvakah eina olam vayakom vayelech El hamakom asher amar lo ha'Elohim. Found them.
My son?
Found them. Okay, I just gotta get up early.
My son who I've prayed for
Found them.
ages.
Found them. Okay.
My son?
Just gotta get up early.
My son
and,
whose name means laughter?
saddle a donkey.
My
And
son?
then, oh, God, I gotta wake the 2 servants.
My
and of course,
son.
Isaac, thank you for reminding me. Yes, of course, Isaac, I gotta get Isaac.
My son.
And then, please don't let me
son.
forget to chop the wood for the
My
sacrifice.
son.
Oh, God. And then I should be ready to leave by the early morning.
Son.
Okay.
Why
Bye.
can't you hear me?
You say quarrelsome. I say honest. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, the other person just won't listen.
Sometimes even when you're trying to find your voice, there may not even be space for it. Let's take a moment here. So, Isaac's trying to find his voice in all of this. It's new for him. And you all came up because there were new things in your lives. I'd love to hear a few of them, maybe from over in that corner. What are a few new things that we're celebrating or commemorating or marking today? Some are over there, a mile away. Yeah. Thank you, Shifra. Other new things that are happening in your lives? Yes. Starting school? Okay. Anybody else up here that you were starting school? Yeah? A whole new lease on life, right? Thank you. Yeah. You started a new middle school. And new things can also be very, nerve-wracking sometimes too, so congratulations, yeah.
My bat mitzvah is in 3 weeks.
Your bat mitzvah or b mitzvah is in 3 weeks. That's your cue. And one more, yes.
I'm in the 5s now.
You're in the 5s class now, so you start a new class, amazing. And how about any other adults celebrating new things? Yes. You got married, Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. I'm blocking the view here, so sorry, it's a little tight on stage. And anything, yes.
Starting a whole new future.
Starting a whole new future. We have to end on that beautiful blessing. Thank you. So with all those, how can I, okay, 1, 2, 3, real quick. Go, Charlotte. A new school. Ezra, yeah. A new year. A new karate class. Okay, last one.
I started my new kindergarten.
A new kindergarten. So with all of these blessings, Georgia, quick. Braces! All the live stream folks can see that up close now. Okay, so let's have a blessing to really celebrate the new this year. And so much strife and stress, we have to take these moments to celebrate. So, on through, 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ruach haolam,
Asher natan lanu
Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, HaTorah. Amen. And we can roll up the talit and make your way safely down. Thank you. Be careful on the edge here, okay?
Ya la 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 ya la la.
I know your mouth will
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Can you just hold it in back of the table? Can they just hold it?
Ya la 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 ya la.
Just hold it there. Can you just hold it? Just try and use it.
And so, just like that, we set out on history's most awkward family hike. I know he didn't know that I knew, but even if I didn't know, I would have known that something was up, you know? I mean, it was 3 long, weird days of us together in the desert, him always avoiding eye contact with me, staring at his feet and staring off into the desert, losing his train of thought, and silence. So much silence. And honestly, in all of that silence between the two of us, I just wondered what was going through his head in all of those moments.
Eat this. Yeah, I mean, that can be really awkward. But silence can be good too, right? I mean, we live in literally the noisiest city, I think. Do we live in the noisiest city in the entire world? Perhaps. Maybe. Anybody know a noisier city? Oh, you New Yorkers. Okay, so. But we do, and we crave silence. We crave silence every now and then. So this next aliyah is for any of you who are actively looking for that silence muscle to be kind of reignited this year, whether it's a new moment that you're looking for as you take the train and just sort of zen out for a second, or maybe just some quiet moments with your family, reflection, a moment to pause for gratitude, wherever those moments of silence can be, really looking to balance that in your life. So come on up for this second aliyah, those of you who are craving silence. Oh, Jonathan and Jake, that's interesting. Come on up.
Thanks for silence with me. Thank for silence with me. Thanks for silence with me. Thanks for silence with me. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for hearing me. Thank you for loving 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 me.
So we'll say the blessing all together. 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam vaed. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam vaed. You know this one. Asher charbanu im kol hamim v'natan lanu et Torato Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Bayom hashalishi vayisa Avraham et einav vayar et hamakom merachok.
After 3 days of staring at my feet to avoid looking at Isaac, I looked up and saw the mountain off in the distance.
Vayomer Avraham el ne'arav shavu lachem po im hachamor va'ani ve'hanar nelcha ad ko v'nishtachaveh v'nashuva aleichem.
I left the stuff with the donkey and the 2 servants, muttered something about going up to pray and that we'd be back in a little bit.
Vayikach Avraham netatzei ha'olah vayasem Yitzchak beno vayikach beyado et ha'esh ve'et ha'ma'achelet vayochu shnehem yachdav.
I placed the wood on Isaac's back, which I know how that sounds, I know, but I threw out my back last year. I did, and it's never been the same. And I mean, Sarah would kill me if she even saw me picking up the wood to begin with. And besides, look, I had the fire and the knife in my hands, so I couldn't carry it. So that's how we went up. Together.
Vayomer Yitzchak el Avraham avi, Vayomer avi, Vayomer hineni veni, Vayomer hine ha'esh ve'ha'etzim, ve'ayeh ha'esh hasel le'olah.
As soon as the donkey disappeared into the horizon, almost on cue, Isaac looks up at me and says,
Father?
And I said, "Here I am, my son."
Here is the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the sacrifice?
Vayomer Avraham Elohim Yir Elo Haseh Le'olah Veni Vayechu Shnehem Yachdav.
And I said, "Son, there comes a time in every boy's life when he is old enough and mature enough." And I said, "Son, that question is really more complicated than you think." And I said, "Look, it really depends on what your definition of sacrifice is. When a man loves a woman, you're too young, okay, to understand love and fear and responsibility and the divine oneness that is constantly becoming everywhere. Yeah, you know what? I got nothing. No, son, my lamb, my little lamb. Son, this is for your own good, okay? This is the most important test of my life. This is just a test. It's really nothing at all. What did I say?
Yehuda, can you read that back for him, please? Thanks.
Elohim, Yer Elo Haseh, Le'olam Beni.
God will provide the lamb for the sacrifice, my son.
Yeah, silence between a father and a son. Not necessarily the kind of silence all these folks came up for, correct? But this too exists in our world. But for those of you who did come up because this is something that you actually want to cultivate in your life in a healthy way, let's just have a moment of silence right here and right now in honor of you. What a blessing. Let's give a blessing. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach haolam asher natan lanu Torat emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. Thank you.
My son? He said, my son. The father of a multitude just lied to my face. Of course, no, he didn't lie. Of course, if he would just say...
Look, technically it wasn't a lie because in the end...
Oh, that is just what drives me crazy, is it's always on his terms, right? He would never admit it. He never did anything wrong. I can admit it. I've lied. Come on, you've lied. We've all lied. Let's be honest for a second. We've all lied at some point to avoid a difficult conversation. I get it. You know what? Go ahead. Raise your hand if you've ever lied to avoid a difficult conversation. Wow. What do you know? Everybody in this room shares that. Wow. And if you didn't raise your hand, you were probably lying, so you can raise your hand now. There you go. Or if raising your hand's a little too much, you can just look at your program and kind of go like this. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay, so we've all lied. At least we can be honest about it. But when I'm thinking about my dad, I don't get it. And you know what? Maybe you guys have a better perspective on this than I do. I don't get it. Why did he lie? What made him decide in that moment to lie? Any answers out there? To spare my feelings. Yeah, I could see that. He was trying to keep me from getting hurt. Other answers out there? He was ashamed. Yeah. Yeah, he might have been ashamed of what he was doing. He was afraid I might run. With good reason, right? And yeah, you were saying? He was terrified. Yeah. Yeah, he didn't have the words. They're hard to find. Yeah. Right, buy some time. Maybe it wouldn't come true. Yeah. He wanted to protect me, which is so hard because of what he was doing. But yeah. Again? He was praying.
Ooh.
Yeah. Prayer takes many, many forms, and maybe that was his. Yeah. Maybe he didn't think he was lying. Yeah, that's kind of what Dad was saying.
Different perspective.
But maybe, in his words, he might have had faith that he wasn't lying. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he had some doubt in his faith in a balance. Yeah. He didn't want to admit it to himself or to me. Yeah, maybe he was trying to help.
Is this helping you?
Yeah.
All this.
Yeah, oh yeah. It is. You know, it teaches me a lot about my dad's intentions and how noble they were.
Maybe.
Yeah. But I think that at the same time it doesn't change the truth. Like you said, the truth of what it did to me. And you know what? Perhaps we were both afraid to face the truth. And in conversations, it's always two ways. Maybe I could have asked again. Or maybe I could have asked differently. Or maybe I could have stopped. Or maybe I should have run away or resisted. But I didn't. And so I guess I wasn't ready to face that truth either. I guess we both weren't ready to face that truth. And so the question is, how do you ever know when you really are ready?
That is the question. Do we ever know? I mean, what you're talking about here, what Isaac is talking about here, is really that moment of Hineni, which we've heard a lot in the High Holy Days. We actually heard it a bunch of times already in the Torah reading today. I am ready. And maybe some of you out here are ready or are approaching readiness for whatever comes this year. You're ready to handle it. You're ready to take it on. There's a new sense of readiness for you this year. You can almost hear yourself saying, Hineni, I'm here in a new and present way in my life, to my relationships, to my family, to my job, to myself. I am ready. here and now, 2 feet on the ground. This aliyah is for you. Come on up. If you are ready to say, Hineni, here I am, I can take it, whatever comes. Come on up for this aliyah.
כולי שלך, עשה בי כרצונך, הנה אני, כולי שלך, עשה בי כרצונך, באתי ריק, אני נכנע, ליבי נתון לחסדך, גם אם הכל יישלל ממני, בתוכי קולך אשמע, מן הכאב הוא ירימני.
Got a lot of ready people here. This is
ימלא
great.
ליבי באהבה.
You can come up in the front too. Come on up
הנה אני, כולי שלך, עשה בי כרצונך, הנה אני, כולי שלך, עשה בי כרצונך, יא אליי אליי אליי, אליי אליי
We got a lot of ready people up here on the bima. So on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Baruch hu et Adonai hamborach. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamborach leolam va'ed. Baruch ata Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam. Asher bachar banu im kol hamim. V'natan lanu et torato. Baruch ata Adonai noten haTorah.
I remember it in flashes, glimpses like photos.
Amen. Vayavau el hamakom asher amar lo ha-Elohim. Vayiven sham Avraham et hamizbeach vaya'aroch et ha'etzim vaya'akod et Yitzchak beno vayasem oto al hamizbeach mima'al ha'etzim.
We arrive, build the altar, arrange the wood, bind my son, lay him on the wood.
On the altar.
We arrive, build the altar, arrange the wood, bind my son, lay him on the wood.
On the altar, just like that, over and over and over again.
Vayishlach Avraham et yado, vayikach et hama'achelet, lishchot et beno.
And then it slows, bends. It's strange. I see him and he's stretching forth his hand. Stretching forth his hand for the knife. It's like a note suspended. And he's stretching forth for his hand for the knife to kill me. And it's like pulling a string and watching it fray to the last visible thread.
Vayikra elav malach Adonai min hashamayim vayomer Avraham Avraham vayomer hineni.
And then all of a sudden, like a breath exhaled, like 1,000 voices all calling his name, Abraham! Abraham!
Abraham.
Abraham!
Avraham.
Abraham! 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 Abraham!
Here I am.
Vayomer al tishlach yadecha el hanar ve'al ta'as lo me'uma ki ata yadati ki yirei Elohim ata ve'lo chasachta et bincha et yechidecha mimeni.
I won't stretch my hand out ever at him, ever. I won't even touch him. I've withheld nothing. I am in awe of you. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I think Isaac needs a moment here. Yeah? Ready for what comes. Whatever comes. You all came up here because you're stepping into that space, that hineni space, that I'm here, I'm present to my life. And so we want to honor that by having you say the final blessing of the Torah reading tonight, today, this afternoon, this morning. Rosh Hashanah, here we are, whatever comes. Hineni. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach Haolam, Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet, B'chayei Olam Nata B'tochenu, Baruch Atah Adonai, Noten HaTorah, Amen.
This is the moment that I always come back to. This is the moment that I can't get out of my head. This is the moment that I replay over and over and over again. This is the moment that I wanted to show you, because this is the moment when I didn't say anything. I had so much that I wanted to say. I had so much that I wanted to hear from him. And in the end, neither one of us spoke. And neither one of us gave each other the chance to listen. Sometimes the last word between two people is unspoken. And I wish I could have asked him why. I wish I could have been ready to hear what he had to say to me. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who's ever felt this way, who's ever been in this situation with an unspoken chasm between two people, with words left unsaid, with conversations that didn't happen. What would that have been like if we had been ready to have that conversation? Dare I hypothesize? Can you imagine? What would it have been like? Would I have been able to speak? Would I have been able to hear what he had to say? You know what? I want to try something together, if I can, right here, right now. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay. Let's just find ourselves in our seats for a second. Relax, and maybe uncross your legs, and really get situated. And I can't, but find your feet on the floor and feel grounded for a second. And you know what? Let's let our eyelids close. And let's just be here now. And the best way that I know to do that is to find your breath. Inhale. Exhale. With no aim, just be here, right now. And let's let our minds settle on a conversation that we know that didn't happen. Maybe this was an email that we didn't send, or a phone call that we didn't answer. A moment in our own lives when we didn't speak up, or we didn't even listen to what was right in front of us. That conversation that almost happened, but it didn't. Like an elephant in the room. And this might be an ancient moment from a long, long time ago that you know very well, or it might be a moment from this morning. And if you're like me, then you probably start having all those feelings about why you don't want to have this conversation under any circumstances. But let's take a moment and push ourselves one step further, and let's step into the shoes of the other person for just a second. Ask yourself, what do you think they need to be ready to have this conversation? What do you really think they need in that moment, maybe from you, to be ready to have this conversation? Maybe it's space. Maybe it's time. Maybe it's just reassurance. Yeah. What that other person needs in that moment to be ready to have this conversation. And if we're going to answer that, then we should obviously ask ourselves, what do we need in those moments to be ready to have these conversations? Just check in with yourself. What does it take for you to be ready to cross that threshold, to finally be ready to speak, or to finally be ready to listen? And let's let that go. Soften your heart. Soften your belly. Maybe wiggle your toes to bring you back. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. Wow. Yeah, right? That's a lot to hold in ourselves all at the same time. Let's take one big breath. You know, I was surprised at what I discovered for myself, that a lot of the things that I needed from my dad in that moment were the exact same thing that he needed from me. And it helped a lot to think about him that way. And I'm curious out there what you guys thought of. What did you discover you or the other person needed in order to be ready in that moment to have this conversation? Yeah. 4 things. All right. Ready. Love. Yeah. Who else felt like love was one of those things? Yeah. Please. Wisdom. Any other people with wisdom out there? Yeah, some hands. Yeah. Silence. Sometimes we need that silence before it's like too loud that we feel like we have to get a word in, right? And the unknown. Not having preconceptions of how we think it's going to go, right? Being open, yeah. Strength. The strength to speak up and the strength to listen. Yeah. Trust, right? The reassurance that we will be heard, or that we won't be interrupted, or that we can really let our words find the other person. Yeah. Compassion, right, yeah. Compassion for ourselves, compassion for the other person, where they're coming from. In the back. Anybody? You can yell it out if you have to. Courage. The courage to yell out from the back and start a conversation. Yeah. Yes. Right. That one's hard, right? The willingness to admit that the other person might be right and we might be wrong. Woof.
So Isaac, sorry, somebody said something. What was it?
Confidence.
Amen.
Said with confidence. Yeah.
I was just wondering if any of this is impacting you in any way.
Well, yeah. I think that it's really taught me a lot about what it takes to be ready. And you know what? I thank you guys, because I think I'm ready to replay this conversation. I think that we're all ready in some ways to take one step closer to the brink of that conversation. So, thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I'm ready to say, Hineni. I'm ready. Dad?
Here I am, my son.
our parents. Bless all of you on this holy day for climbing up all the way to Mount Sinai in honor of this gratitude.
For all of us who are here to say, Hineni, here I am, to wrestling with the stories we've inherited, some of them ineffable and vexing. For all of us ready to step up for whatever this year has to bring, when love feels right and when it feels terrifying. And for us stepping up to be part of the healing and the fixing and the speaking up where the unspoken rules the day. This is the moment in our tefillah, in our conversation, when as the Torah is open and our hearts are open, we invite ourselves to be part of the healing of all the sadness and the madness, the domestic violence of words and deeds, the love turned into fundamentalist zeal, good intentions gone wrong. How can we be part of the healing to ourselves, to others? I invite you to think right now of someone in your family, community, life, who could use this ray of light, this touch of healing, this commitment, this hineni, to step up, to be healthier, more loving, more compassionate, more kind. Send that love right now. Hit send. When the Torah is open, this Torah is open, we extend our blessings of healing not just to individuals, but to communities, to cities, to countries, where good intentions gone wrong are creating suffering. We're sending it to this country on the cusp of an important year where there's already so much discord in the name of vision and love that we can do something about if we come with vision of love. And I want to send a blessing to my homeland, the homeland of so many of us. מי שברך אבותינו אברהם יצחק ויעקב ואמותינו שרה רבקה רחל ולאה צור ישראל ראשית צמיחת גאולתנו. May there be healing in the land of Israel. May there be justice and peace for the state of Israel. May our neighbors in Palestine and all other Arab states extend a hand as we extend to them in building bridges of love and justice and peace. May all those who rise each morning to defend this and every country come home safe. May all those who make decisions on behalf of all of us for a life of more love and justice make good decisions, driven by love and not by fear. May there be refuah shelema, refuat haguf, refuat hanefesh. May there be healing of mind and soul and heart and body in any way possible to all those we know and care for and love. May these stories we wrestle with keep being retold in new ways to move away from the narratives of fear to the stories of love. And when you're ready, my friends, as we have breathed so many breaths today already, take one in, and on the out breath, let us belt out an amen for this blessing of healing. And now we need someone who's had good health and healing and energy to help us raise this Torah. This is a volunteer opportunity. We did not pre-assign. Jeremy, it is usually you. That's true. I saw that, Isaiah. Does anyone wants to give Jeremy a run for his money and help raise this Torah?
Oh.
Abe, come on up. This is a good omen for a year. Stairs are there. I ask you to rise, my friends. Hey, buddy. Raise it high and let us see it. Turn around so we can all see. וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה. This is the Hebrew original of the Torah. The English translation today is the responsibility of our storytelling team with love and retranslation. And let's wrap this Torah up until we use her again for Yom Kippur. So I invite you to sit for a moment before we connect into the sound that wraps up. That sound, exactly. Can I see that thing you have in your hand, sir? Yes. Thank you. Perfect time, Ezra. Nice prop there. The story of the binding of Yitzchak, which is told on Rosh Hashanah, is a heartbreaking tale. I went to hang out with the kids a little bit while you guys began the telling. First time ever I've felt good enough to let go, knowing that it's in good hands.
Yay!
And to go see what the kids are doing, which was fun. Naomi laughs, everyone. And it is such a heartbreaking story about a father who thinks he's doing the right thing and turns out that actually he's not. It is one of the tests that our ancestor Abraham was tested, and according to all those of us who've been interpreting it for thousands of years now, he failed that test. He may have loved his God, but he didn't love his son. And how many of us fail when it comes to loving the ways we want to love? And so we come here on this day to tell the story, this cornerstone of our people that needs to be retold, so we move away from that narrative to another narrative of love more expansive and courageous and not adhering to a violent attitude. It's in our book, so we can challenge it and find new ways to love. And at the end of the story of the binding of Yitzchak, not a child is being sacrificed, a ram shows up. And one of the horns of the ram becomes the sound of what hope feels like. The very sound of space, the sound of what the universe might feel like if we breathe in and out. As David Klein, Rabbi Klein, our shofar blower, will be doing in just a moment, with all of us with bated breath waiting for this. So I want to ask you to turn to each other now at this moment before we turn to the shofar, and ask yourselves, when the shofar is blown in just a moment, just like the sound of a baby crying, what do you want to hear this year? What do you want to hear when this shofar is blown? What message, what word, what feeling to channel through this ancient, primal message of maybe also hope? Turn to each other for just a moment. Share with each other. What do you want to hear? What are you willing to hear?